pre-travel day. Tomorrow we are going to Disney World. For anyone that hasn't seen any of my TikToks or my Instagram, my name is Sophie. We are Main Street Magic family. We are a family of 4. There's my husband Dan, my daughter Amber who's 11 and my son Billy who's 5. This trip is extra special for us because my mum is coming along with us. It will be her first trip to the US and her first trip to Disney World. The purpose of this is really just to document our memories for our kids for as they get older. However, we would love to give some tips and tricks to other families that are going to Disney World for the first, second or third time. We'll try and show the real side of it as well. That it might be the most happiest place on earth, but it's not always the happiest place on earth when you've got kids. You know, whether they're at home or at Disney World, they're going to have tantrums, they're going to get hangry, the heat's going to get too much for them, and we know that. That doesn't take away from the fact that we still have amazing holidays there. It's just reality when you've got kids and when you're a family. We're staying at Caribbean Beach for 2 weeks. This is our first time staying there, and it will be our first time staying at a Skyliner resort, which we're really excited about. I'm really looking forward to not having to put the stroller down if my son's asleep in it. It's the little wins that make all the difference. Our first time at Caribbean Beach, we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside last year and we really enjoyed that. It's also our first time with the free dining plan. So again, we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to not have to police money so much or say no to so many snacks for the kids. Really excited for this trip. Last year we did Universal as well as Disney, whereas this year it's just a Disney trip, and we're looking forward to it being a bit more relaxed than it was last year. Last year we did find that we were kind of rushing about quite a lot and we didn't really get to take some of the things in that we would have liked to have taken in. However much we enjoyed going to Universal and Epic, we are looking forward to just doing Disney this year and yeah, just taking our time and enjoying the magic. So today's our pre-travel day. It's pretty much a normal day. I did the school run this morning. My husband is at work. I've got some housework to do. The packing is done. The overnight bags are done. So a couple of last minute deliveries have turned up.
Why is there stuff in my bag?
I've got a child off sick, if you can see him rolling around there. He's been off sick all week with a stomach bug, which has not been ideal, but he is on the mend now, thank God. So Billy is just unpacking his hand luggage case, which we've already packed. You're just going through it to make sure everything's in there, are you? Yeah?
Going behind the bag.
He's going to take out everything that Mum's packed in there.
Where's my money?
Where's my money? So, I've got some chores to do. I've got some Disney nails to go and get. And then when my husband finishes work at about 3:30 this afternoon, we're going to pack up the car and we're going to head to Gatwick. We are flying with British Airways into Tampa. We've not flown into Tampa before. And we haven't flown to Disney with BA, we've flown with Virgin and we've flown with TUI. So tonight we are going to do the overnight bag drop at Gatwick, which I am really pleased about because the one thing I hate is standing in the queue to check in. So I will let you know what that is like. We are staying at Premier Inn about 6 miles away from Gatwick, so it's only about a 10-minute drive in the morning, nothing fancy. And yeah, as I said, we're going to do the overnight bag drop. We're going to drive straight to Gatwick, do the overnight bag drop, get something to eat, then head back to the hotel. Our flight isn't till 12:20 tomorrow, so we don't have to be at the airport really till nearly 9:30. And when we do get there, we can just go through security. We've got meet and greet parking booked directly with Gatwick, so again that's quite good. Last year we did parking at Birmingham Airport to fly with TUI, and we had to get like a bus service to the terminal, whereas this one I believe is straight across. I'm really glad because it's just cuts down on any queuing and any waiting around. I'm hoping it'll be a bit more relaxed, although I've not flown from Gatwick since I was a kid. We're hoping that when we get to Gatwick we can just go through security, have some breakfast and have a leisurely wander around until they call us to board the plane. Travel day Tetris. Car Jenga has been a lot more complicated than what we thought, so this is our current situation. destination. We did the twilight bag drop off at Gatwick, which was good. I'm glad we did it, especially because what I wasn't aware of, most airlines allow you to combine your luggage allowance, whereas British Airways don't. So one of our cases was 26 kilos, another was 18 kilos, and you could only have 23 kilos. So we had to empty our 26 kilo bag into our 18 kilo bag. Really frustrating, because nearly every other airline allows you to combine the weight. So that's really annoying, because on the way back you're like, oh, it's fine because we've got a whole other suitcase. We've not. So that's a shame, because we can't even buy a suitcase because it won't fit in our car on the way back. But we did that, which I'm glad we did. So when we get to Gatwick tomorrow, we can just go through security. We then went and had something to eat in Wetherspoons, which, the food was alright actually. I was surprised, but it was quite expensive. It wasn't normal Wetherspoons prices, so that's a shame. So we've just got to the hotel. It's just after 10 o'clock, so it's quite late. Didn't leave home till after 6. We're in the Premier in Gatwick East, and it seems quite nice actually. Our flight isn't till 12:20 tomorrow, so we don't have to leave here till 8:30. The lady on the BA desk did advise that although our flight's at 12:20, they would start boarding at 11:20, and to make sure you're at the gate at 11:20. Yeah, hopefully it's not overly busy tomorrow. We can go straight through security and have some breakfast. We did forget to check our pushchair in, which is frustrating because we don't really need it tomorrow, but she did say just take it to the gate with you and they'll put a ticket on it. So right now we're just gonna have a shower, go to bed, hopefully have a good night's sleep, ready for our flight to Disney tomorrow. Where are we going today?
Disney World!
It's travel day! We've had a very nice relaxing morning. So we did the twilight bag drop off last night, so all we've got to do is go through security today. So I'm looking forward to having a nice relaxed stroll through the airport. As relaxed as can be with these children. So we got to Gatwick Airport just after 8:30, and we parked our car. That was really easy. We used the valet parking. So you just park up, you give them your keys, and you walk across to the terminal. So that was great. Because we did the twilight bag drop off last night, we just literally went up to departures, ready to go through security. My daughter and I have sunflower lanyards, and they have a section that says assistants and family. So we had a pushchair as well. So we were just directed straight to the assistants and family queue, but there was no queue at all. So we literally just went straight through security. Mine and my daughter's bags got stopped, so we did have to wait maybe for about 10 minutes for that, but other than that, it was really quick, and we're straight through into departures. We're now at Wetherspoons waiting for our breakfast. We've got about an hour and 40 minutes till our gate shows. Someone that really, I find coming to the airport was really stressful. To do the twilight bag drop off and to just storm through security was really good. We're going to enjoy our breakfast and maybe go and pick up a couple of more things for the flight. Goldfish snacks. Sugar cookies. Pringles. Chips Ahoy! And fruit. Breeze security for the first time ever, however, the stroller always gets stopped. I try and pack it as best I can and put all the metal things like on the outside, but literally, no matter what I do, the stroller always gets searched. She looks pretty.
Big, isn't it?
Yeah.
God. It does look bigger.
First stop is always Starbucks. Do you ever walk down Main Street and not get a Starbucks? Not you, but do you have like first ride traditions as soon as you come into the park? So for us it's always Buzz. We always head straight to Buzz and that's always our first ride of the day at Magic Kingdom. We've got a thing today where the winner with the highest score gets to pick the next ride. Wait time for Buzz currently is 20 minutes. Bought himself a bubble wand for the first time. I had one on previous trips before. The bubble wands are $39.99. So if you don't want to spend the $39.99, I suggest getting some from home before coming. Or at least make sure you get it at the start of your trip and then you've got your bubble wand for the whole time. Billy's got his little snack pot there with his fruit in. But it's come in handy for one day. We're actually here on a Saturday today, and I've got to say the wait times aren't that bad. Buzz was 20 minutes. People Mover was a walk-on, so was Astro Orbiter. Tomorrowland Speedway is a 15-minute wait. And a moment ago, Thunder Mountain was 30 minutes. Even Peter Pan's flight was a 30-minute wait. Seven Dwarfs was a 45-minute wait. So I'm quite surprised by how tame the wait times are in Magic Kingdom today. We thought with our first day being a Saturday it would be really busy. It's a small world, it's 15 minutes. I mean, Haunted Mansion's looking pretty ugly. The cover's up.
Is this the Haunted Mansion?
I don't know if you can see the stroller there, loaded up. Someone commented on how well stocked our stroller was. There you go, look.
Put your legs down.
We might leave him there.
Do you remember it?
Hello, cute. We are very excited for Big Thunder Mountain because it was shut last year. And the first year we came, it was Billy's absolute favourite. They've changed the seat so you can now get 3 people on a row instead of just 2, which is really good because we're a party of 5 this year.
Let's go. Uh-oh, Bill. Amber, did you like this one before?
This will feel really fast.
No. Because you'll think this is 7 Dwarfs.
My mum said that Big Thunder Mountain was a bit much for her. Doesn't bode well for the likes of Guardians. Pirates lied. It said a 20-minute wait. In not 20 minutes.
Quit your clucking. The gentlemen want the rum. Don't you, boys?
Diving on and off these rides.
Yeah.
Going down the bike.
Hey everybody, Tiana here. I'm so excited now to help you find a band for our party tonight.
About to go on Tiana's. This is one of our favourites.
This is bad news. Bill, I'm going to have to borrow yours.
Are you wet?
Very wet. Very.
Is everyone wet?
What?
Amber, how wet are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
Me, we were going for another go. I thought, oh my god. When Amber said that
We're all suitably soaked after getting off Tiana's.
Yeah, wait, I am.
No, I mean, I'm going to take her out.
We're going to make our way out of Magic Kingdom now and go to EPCOT, which is unusual for us for a first day. Because we're staying at Caribbean Beach, we'd quite like to, the first time we go to EPCOT, to walk in through the entrance and have some pictures with Spaceship Earth. So we're going to hop on the monorail to EPCOT, go in through the entrance and then get the Skyliner back to Caribbean Beach. We just got off Guardians and it was so good. We got Conga this time, which I've really been wanting. We also got rows 9 and 10 and kids were on row 9, which is the front row, and it felt so much faster than what we had before, but we love Guardians. I mean, look at Bill. He's 4, actually he's 5 and he absolutely loves it. It's currently 700 degrees in EPCOT. Ooh! The Skyliner's too much for you. Oh my god.
None don't even like Skyliners.
We'll have to build up to a bigger ride. We have made it back to Caribbean Beach. We got the Skyliner back from EPCOT and we are in building 55, so literally it is just there.
Oh,
That is building 55. That is the Skyliner. It literally couldn't be much quicker. So we've had a really good day. We went to Magic Kingdom this morning and EPCOT this afternoon. We wanted to go into EPCOT via the entrance for the first time, and we did. We had some mates. We did Guardians, which was amazing. I must say, we're not very good at taking our own advice. Like, I kind of anticipated we'd be back at the resort for 2ish today, and it's nearly 5 o'clock. So we were meant to go to Beaches and Cream tonight, but we were only really going for ice cream, so I don't know if we're going to. We may cancel it and just go to Disney Springs. My daughter wants to go to Disney Springs. My son wants to go swimming. He's fortunately asleep now. Really looking forward to going back to the room, just chilling. I feel knackered. We always find the first couple of days really actually quite tiring. Go back to our room, we're going to have a chill out, let my son sleep, and then see where we go from there. Looking forward to a bit of cold aircon. I'm also really looking forward to a cold Diet Coke. And the really good thing about the Caribbean Beach is that the buildings have got the freestyle machines in them, so you haven't got to walk all the way over to the main food court to get a drink. Hallelujah! So I'm going to have a cold Coke and sit on the bed. So it's about 8:30 at night. We didn't follow our own advice, and as always we tried to cram far too much in and we missed our dining reservation. So one of the tips that I gave people was to give yourself enough time and not book dining reservations in the first few days of your trip. We booked to go to Beaches and Cream tonight for like ice cream, and we booked to go at 8 o'clock thinking we could just have a nice leisurely evening at the boardwalk. But we actually didn't get back from EPCOT till like 5. and most of us fell asleep. My son fell asleep and there was no waking him up whatsoever. So the week leading up to our trip, he had a tummy bug. He hadn't been himself, and then obviously yesterday he was up all day, all night. He got up at about 4 o'clock this morning, and then we did like 9 till 5 in the parks today, which is just, you know. So we should have learnt our lesson. I did say to my husband at like 2 o'clock, should we cancel that booking? Do you really, you know, should we just chill tonight and see what happens? We were like, no, it's fine, we'll go. So we didn't cancel the booking. And then when I did go to cancel it, it was too late. So you have to give them 2 hours notice to be able to cancel that via the app and stuff. The only option it gave you was to ring the restaurant, which it didn't allow me to do on my phone for a start, but also last time I made a call from my phone in the US, it cost me a bomb. So yeah, in the end we ended up missing our reservation. We just couldn't wake our son up. He's still asleep now, and to be quite honest, I think he's most likely going to sleep till tomorrow morning now, and I think he really needs it. So this is a lesson. We should follow our own advice and don't try and do too much. Don't try and cram stuff in, and just follow your gut. If you know you're probably not going to make that reservation, just cancel it, because that's probably ended up costing us $50 now. Who knows, I've not been charged for it yet, but yeah, it may well cost us $50. So I am currently in my pyjamas walking to pick up a mobile order for the rest of us, and we're just having a chilled night in the room, which is fine. We're more than happy to do that. The first few days of this trip are always so tiring, so I'm quite happy just chilling. It's a shame that we have missed beaches and cream, but I should have known better, and I should have booked it for later on in our trip, but you know, that's on us. So one of my top tips, don't book dining reservations so close to the start of your trip, because this is why it all goes wrong. So we've just mobile ordered some food. My husband and my daughter are behind me. My mum's in my room, in the room with my son. We're going to pick that up and then head back. Tomorrow we are going to Animal Kingdom in the morning. We haven't got anything planned in the afternoon. I think we're most likely going to go to Disney Springs, as we've not yet been there. On travel day we were meant to go to Disney Springs and go to Blaze, but we didn't anticipate getting to the resort as late as we did, so we ended up just going swimming. And actually we watched the EPCOT fireworks from the swimming pool at Caribbean Beach, which was really nice. Just a couple of points on Caribbean Beach. This is the first time we've stayed here, the first time we stayed at a Skyliner resort. Last year we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside, and that was the first moderate resort that we stayed at. Caribbean Beach is also a moderate resort. This does feel a bit slightly elevated compared to Riverside, and we love Riverside. We actually booked to stay there this year, but I ended up changing to Caribbean Beach. But just, you know, the pools, there's two sides in the pool, not just one. You obviously got the Skyliner. There are things like the freestyle Coke machines. They're actually in the buildings of the areas. So in our building there is a freestyle Coke machine, so you haven't got to walk to the main dining area to get a drink every time you want one, so that's been really handy. So just little things like that, it really does make a difference to your trip. So for us, even just filling up with water, the freestyle machine is like a minute away compared to having to walk all the way over to the main dining, which for us, even though we're in a preferred location, walking to the restaurant is quite a way. It's a 5 to 8 minute walk, and I don't want to be doing that every time I get a drink, so I've probably used my resort mug a lot more than what I would have if I was staying at somewhere like Riverside, because it's just so much more accessible. So yeah, I would just say this resort already feels slightly more elevated than Riverside, which Riverside is a beautiful resort. I just think it's those little amenities that kind of make this feel slightly more superior. I'm really enjoying it so far. Obviously the Skyliner is one of the obvious perks of staying on site here. So yeah, just goes to show, you know, you can have a relaxed itinerary or you can overplan, and these things don't always work out, especially with kids. Like I said, trying to wake my son up now is just next to impossible. So we are really praying he stays asleep till a reasonable time and isn't up at like 2 a.m. Just know that when you're travelling with kids, It can be very unpredictable, and yeah, I guess just don't let it ruin your time. Like, I think we got a bit aggy with each other about what to do about our dining reservation, but in the end, you know, what can you do about it? It literally just couldn't be helped. Like, there is no waking him up. So a couple of us could have gone, but we didn't really feel right doing that. Like, we've not been to the boardwalk before, so it would have been nice for all of us to go together. But yeah. So that's our first day done. We actually had a really good day at Magic Kingdom and EPCOT. So it hasn't ruined our day. Like I said, we've had a really good day. We just tried to fit in a little bit too much. So we're gonna just enjoy some nice quick service food and head back to the room for an early night.